24 hours, I'll blow your planet away!
The battle has just begun!
Hello, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a match I actually had to do my research for. This is going to be a battle against a passerby from the United States, from New York City. He had over 500 hours of gameplay, and he had well over 100 wins, and he had set his status to I will probably win. So, looking for battles, and very bored, I challenged him to a match. You'll notice that, first of all, he's got two very good potential lead Pokemon, Mamoswine and Greninja, and then, second of all of his Pokemon are nicknamed after League of Legends characters, all of them. So it's actually a bit of a theme team, but since how many League of Legends characters are there? Like a million? There are probably there are a lot of damn Pokemon. I think there are probably more Pokemon than League characters, but I think it's getting close. So, my Pokemon that deals with both Greninja and Mamoswine is Mega Blastoise. He's going to choose to get up his Stealth Rocks as I go for the Aura Sphere, safe play in case he wants to go into Vaporeon. I didn't actually write down his team, so I completely forgot that he had Trevenant, which that nickname is a tree champion in League of Legends, and let me just back up. His Mamoswine is nicknamed after the pig beast that Sejuani rides in League of Legends. And then, of course, he's got Gragas, the nickname for the Diggersby, though. Unfortunately, though, for Diggersby, I am a full health Mega Blastoise. I've got 120 defense. Even without investment, I can take a wild charge. Perhaps he was not choice banded. If he was choice banded, he probably would have taken me out, but I can take that pretty well. And then just take him down with an Aura Sphere, which is definitely worth it, because Diggersby is a very threatening force. And then he just promotes his Mamoswine here. Blastoise has done an incredible job so far. The crit gods have seen to it that he did an incredible job, as I was able to take down his Treeman with one Dark Pulse. Although crit mechanics did change in X and Y, so definitely would have been able to take him out with another Dark Pulse easily, and I would have definitely stayed in for that potential if that potential had arisen. So my filler Pokemon on this team, I really want a choice banded Arcanine, but I'm gonna have to breed for that, and then it's gonna take years. Well, it'll probably take like a week. So I don't really have it right now. Choice band Arcanine with extreme speed would complement this team to a T. It would be beautiful, but I don't really have one right now, so I'm just swapping between Noivern and Malamar. Malamar actually does fit the team pretty well, and if he had not Protean U-turn, I would have survived the hit, gone for Trick Room, and swept. Well, I probably wouldn't have swept his team because he's got a Scissor here, right? But I had the potential to sweep a little bit with Malamar, so that's cool. Allowing my Malamar to be killed with U-turn is kind of great because it does allow me to bring in the best check for the Scissor, which is Gengar with Will-O-Wisp. Thankfully, Will-O-Wisp does land, and that means he is basically useless. I thought he might want to stay in and go for a Swords Dance, because Mega Scissor with Roost and Sword Dance, it is a very big threat. Well, yeah, so I thought it was worth it to stay in, and I knew I could probably take a burn damage Bullet Punch, and I can. So it looks like he is not going to Sword Dance, since I've shown him I am willing to stick to my guns, stay in and go for Shadow Ball. So now I'm going to go into Hawthorne, who isn't even with a hold item at this moment in time. I forgot to give him the Rocky Helmet, because I was trying out Quagsire with Rocky Helmet, and fun fact, I only have one Rocky Helmet. But it turns out that Ferrothorn doesn't need an item, because he's extremely good. Nami is going to come in, which is, of course, the Mermaid Champion. His Scissor is named Kha'Zix, which is, what is it? It's like this giant not metal monster alien guy, which is a pretty fitting nickname for Scissor. So he's just gonna, well, he's gonna predict my statusy move, get a free sub up, which is absolutely fantastic. I was really close to clicking power up, but I was pretty sure he was just gonna go for a bunch of scalds. Turns out he has Iron Defense and Substitute, which is very interesting because he only has 2 Pokemon left. One being Nami, and then I had forgotten at this point in time what his other Pokemon left was, which it actually is Greninja, so yeah. An Iron Defense to a Greninja is basically a waste of time. Like, his defense is so low, it doesn't really matter. And Power Whip, as I have reiterated in my previous battle, I think even recently, I think just my previous, literally my last battle I narrated, Power Whip is extremely powerful. You know, the name is fitting, Power Whip. It has 120 base power, so it's doing a ton to this Vaporeon, which leads me to believe that he doesn't actually have any defense investment, which kind of makes sense because he has the Iron Defense. But yeah, he's shown me 3 of his moves. None of them is Protect, so that means that if he does have Wish, I can just switch into... I can pretty much just switch into my own Diggersby at any point and proceed to sweep his team. That actually would have been a good move to switch to Diggersby now, but at the same time, I didn't want to switch into a Scald and have Diggersby be burnt, because that's pretty much the worst thing ever. Diggersby needs to be without status, and he needs to have all of his speed intact with the Choice Scarf in order to be any good whatsoever, because my Diggersby does not have Quick Attack, because it is a choice set. So Zed comes in, eats a power-up, does over half. He does have Life Orb. I just give him Leech Seed, and that's basically this is basically game. For as much confidence and as much game time as this guy had, I really enjoyed battling him. But Ferrothorn pretty much is a full stop to his team, thanks to the crit gods allowing me to completely wipe out his Trevenant. Although I don't know what kind of defensive investment his Trevenant had, it definitely would make sense for him to be a special defensive wall set because he did have a Vaporeon. Although perhaps he was more defensive invested because his Vaporeon is probably max special defense due to the fact that it has Iron Barbs, but it's just speculation here. At any rate, I would have, if I hadn't crit, I would have stayed in and gone for another Dark Pulse, or you know, maybe I could have flinched him. We don't know. So now I am actually going to switch out into Diggersby because I am frozen, and Nami is going to go for a substitute. It fails because his health or her health is not high enough to make a substitute, and that is going to be the game. So. League of Pokemon, once again it's happened. This time I am without my Articuno, Anivia, which is the best League of Legends nickname ever. Unfortunately for you guys, or fortunately, I just have almost zero interest in League of Legends. And part of it is because I'm really bad at it, and it takes a long time to play. I like games that don't take that long to play, like Pokemon. For the most part, you can have a match in under 30 minutes, especially in the accelerated metagame in X and Y. Matches seem to be shorter for the most part. And League matches, they just take forever. But anyway, that's going to be my narration and my rant. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and leave a comment, because I like both of those things a lot. So yeah, I will see you later, YouTube.